What is going on, Outlaws? Once again, Michael or Legacy Kill HD back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 video for you. And as Rockstar Games has finally, at least for the moment, stopped unloading RDR2 information on us, we have a lot to discuss that we have yet to dive into, including more details coming from the previews that were shown to a few select gaming websites, new information regarding some upcoming Red Dead Redemption 2 events in Grand Theft Auto Online, and more quotes coming directly from Rockstar discussing this upcoming title, and we're going to break down a lot of this within today's video. But nonetheless, if you're not already subscribed, consider doing so, as I have and will continue to break down everything Red Dead Redemption 2 related. But also make sure to get geared up for this upcoming Western by getting the popular Red Moon or House Marston shirt designs. If you're interested in getting these Red Dead themed t-shirts or any of the other designs, there as always will be a link in the description. Nonetheless, the newest information came just yesterday from Rockstar Games. They announced within their posting for Grand Theft Auto Online's latest update the following, and if you're looking forward to Red Dead Redemption 2 after this past week's trailer and previews, and have yet to unearth the double action revolver in Grand Theft Auto Online, make sure to check the inbox on your in-game iFruit for the first clue to unlocking this antique in both Grand Theft Auto Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. Look for another lost relic from the Frontier to be unearthed in Los Santos later this year. So it's long been predicted that Rockstar would feature some exclusive Red Dead Redemption 2 items for Grand Theft Auto Online players to earn, and then use once they give Red Dead Online a try. So far we have seen that with the double action revolver, which more than likely is an exclusive skin that you'll get in game. What comes next probably will be more weapon skins and or outfits. Honestly though, I believe this will continue after release, whenever maybe a new update comes about. For those who are not caring too much about Red Dead Online, this still is a great sign, seeing Rockstar keeping this game in the spotlight, and interestingly enough, they still have not changed their logo on their social media accounts back to their normal yellow logo, so it truly seems it's full steam ahead with Red Dead Redemption 2, even though, as we discussed in a recent video, our next update is not coming until sometime next month. But next, there's been widespread discussion on how big Red Dead Redemption 2 is, and I want to shine some light on an article coming from another site that got to see a demo of the game, The Telegraph. In recent days published an article titled Red Dead Redemption 2: How Rockstar is Building Its Biggest Game Ever. At the beginning it stated that not only is Red Dead Redemption 2 the biggest game it has ever created in terms of sheer size, its massive Wild West environment is fit to burst with activities, mini-games, side quests, story missions, and more. The level of immersion the developer is aiming for is the deepest it's ever been. The thing is, based on the leaked map that has all been confirmed by now, we have not necessarily known what it's been meant by as biggest game ever, and unless this site got confused, then it means this leaked map only shows a partial amount of the world, because comparing this map to Grand Theft Auto 5, it's not really close. Personally speaking, I'm not quite sold on the game being bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5, and I mean just sheer size, and I don't see that as a problem. There's a lot of emptiness in Grand Theft Auto 5, and if this leaked map is what the game's size is, which is bigger than Red Dead Redemption, I think it's fine as long as there's always stuff going on around you, which based on the information we've broken down these last few days, it does seem like Rockstar is focused on that. So in a sense, Red Dead Redemption 2 is their biggest game ever, just not necessarily in how big the open world size is. But Rockstar North's co-studio head Rob Nelson did provide an interesting comment on how the character and story in Red Dead Redemption 2 are as much of a deep dive as the massive in-game world, saying, "We have a wide open space, but you've got wider open space with the character you're playing as well. We want to go deeper into the whole experience, as wide as we can go, the things you can do with the character, the directions you can take with the protagonist, the choices you can make, and how they affect his reaction to the things that are happening to him and his family and his gang, to see how much you can interact with that and what his capacity for change." Now, what's even more fascinating is that Rockstar revealed to The Telegraph that at one point in development, an entire region needed to be redesigned when the developers realized they needed to move a mountain 90 degrees left. This is the attention to detail we love from Rockstar Games, and Rob Nelson really wanted to emphasize their hard work on the world, saying this is about world building always and pushing that as far as we can, but also world filling, making sure that it's filled with things to do and touch and interact with. Now, next, in another interview that was published just the other day, this time from the Spanish website Hobby Consolas, Rockstar's Rob Nelson discussed again their approach to creating a big interactive world, saying, yes, that is related to the previous question about the greatest achievement we have achieved. It is an aspect in which we have tried to grow, not only make a bigger world, but also a deeper one. It is a game that you do not experience at 100 miles per hour in a sports car or flying, but you ride it on the back of a horse or on foot, and seeing everything more slowly. We want people to take their time going through this world, and that means it has to be more intricate and more interactive than anything we have done. So yes, we have expanded it in scale. We always try to make big worlds, but we also try to get experiences that are more tactile and physical and connected than in the past. From the way Arthur Morgan climbs or slides on embankments, or how he adjusts the position of his body when it crosses vegetation. Everything in the world is going to look more organic than before. The things you can interact with, plants, animals, objects, people, etc., everything you see, you must be able to touch it. We wanted a deeper world than ever. We have made great worlds that people can feel beforehand, but we really wanted people to get lost and deepen, with much more sophisticated interiors, with things that you can open and explore, like drawers, or the carriages in which you can climb, find a box, open it, and take what is inside. Nelson would then discuss one of the new gameplay features, which sounds very similar to kill cams that were in 2012's Max Payne 3. Nelson says the following about the system which triggers slow motion deaths in the game, saying, they are dynamic, they appear in a mission or during a fight, but also during the phases in the open world. If you get into trouble with the law or with another band, you can wait for them to appear dynamically. They are dynamic and procedural, and they are intelligent, and they frame the action based on what you do. You can get very spectacular sequences in ample places where the camera has room to make a broad approach. Everything is because of the consistency of the experience. Whether you are on a mission or not, you still feel that you are playing the game with the same character and seeing the same things. It is the same visual and mechanical language. Nelson would then go on to discuss about going deeper with the weapon mechanics in Red Dead Redemption 2. He would say they apparently went so deep that they eventually had to take a step back. Nelson specifically says, as much as we could, deeper than we should, and then we had to take a step back. For weapons, we apply the same policy as for the rest of Red Dead Redemption 2. Try to make you feel connected, feel like you are there, and make each weapon look different and realistic. So we included the recharge of each cartridge, and if the repeater carbines had an element that comes out of the stock and are slow in the recharge, we also included it. And then you get nervous with the people who have implemented those mechanics because they're too slow. So balancing realism and fun is always our challenge. You want to have a difference between these weapons so that you feel that you like one more or the other. And if you squeeze the trigger in the middle of the reload, we allow you to shoot twice and reload so you can continue. If you wait, in a revolver, you can empty the 6 shots at once. It's about that kind of thing. We have gone as deep as we could. Red Dead Redemption 2 continues to sound like everything I personally hope for. We've talked for the last number of years how Rockstar games could top an experience like Red Dead Redemption, and it seems with the advancement of hardware, which is the Xbox One and PlayStation 4, it's opened many doors for things that they could not do with past games. It's also impressive the amount of new things that will be featured in this game, like the various RPG elements, with being able to have conversation choices with every NPC you encounter, and being able to loot all kinds of things, as well as what we've discussed just a second ago, slow motion kill cams, which in my mind probably fits perfectly in a game like Red Dead. The amazing thing is we probably still don't know about most of the things that we will see and experience in game. But as we continue forward, I have to say Red Dead Redemption 2 is not your typical sequel or prequel that you see in gaming. So much has been expanded. You look to a developer like Ubisoft and each Far Cry installment feels about the same, but with Rockstar games, each game pushes the bar further, which is why every single game they release is something truly remarkable and special. One of the best examples besides the ones that we've discussed today is NPCs having daily routines so that things will occur around you whether or not you actually do anything. So with a lot of open world games, it feels like the people around you are there solely for your character, whether it be to interact with you or just be there to give you the belief that the world is alive and that things are happening. Red Dead Redemption 2 seems to feature an actual living world with things really going on around you, something that I'm not sure many other developers have been able to accomplish to the extent Rockstar is aiming. For the last 6 years, they have been developing new AI that we will get to see within Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think in a big way, this game will hopefully make the competition step it up, which has me excited for the future of Rockstar titles and the future of gaming. Anyway gang, we have much more to discuss in the coming weeks and months, so make sure you are subscribed for all the latest news, information, and everything attributed to Red Dead Redemption 2. But let me know down in the comment section below, what do you make of these comments made by Rockstar's Rob Nelson, and which feature are you most excited to see in the game? But thank you for watching, make sure to like the video if you did enjoy or found any informative value, and remember, Outlaws to the end.